We're gonna make a template to cut our stair so it will fit perfect. So first thing we need to do is we put a piece of tape on the stair. Then we take a small piece of scrap and we're gonna mark it up and draw a line on the tape. That's very important. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And now we can start the template. So we just take A4 paper, printer paper, and we slide it in the corner. So we have our corner lining up, and then the rest of the paper is parallel. We take more paper, we just slide it against the back. So here we have the result of the taping. Usually I just put one piece of tape there, but in this case I figured let's do two. One, and another few. So now we can just take our paper and take it with us to our sawing station, and we can get to marking it and sawing it. So once we've made our template, we just put it on the wooden stair and we're gonna line it up. So this part just need to eyeball it a bit, line it up as good as you can. Then we're just going to put some tape to hold it into place, and we'll do it on the other side as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pencil and we are going to mark the outside lines. So we're just going to mark it all across. And as you can see, this is the line that we measured against the stair. This isn't, so we're just going to mark this. Now don't worry about marking the points, because in the next phase we're just going to remove the template now. We're going to take our rail from the track saw. We're going to line it up with the marks that we've made earlier. And this is like the exact line that your blade will cut. So you might have to play around with your saw and get your preference, like do you want to get it really tight up there or just a bit further off. So we're just going to align it. And then we're going to mark it. So now we do the other side. And then finally we will do the length way. That way you don't have to worry about this part, because once we draw on the line we will get a perfect centering of those. So now we have our lines all set, so we're going to make a small cut here and a long cut and another one. Now this one is going to be the tricky one, that's why we need some sort of template. And this one is slightly tricky because this part is 5.5 centimeters long and this part is only like less than a centimeter. So if we take it full blast 6 centimeters across, then we will might have some marks in the wood. So we're going to first plunge to 6 centimeters and then we're just going to take it up to like 1.5 centimeters and continue to cut. So we'll just have this slightly overhanging over our table. So I've aligned my track with the marking that we've made, and now we're gonna get to the cutting part. And the cutting part, I'll be using the Festool TS60. You don't need a Festool, but this has a depth of more than 60 millimeters, like 61 with the track, so I can cut this part off in one go. Now once we start to make our plunge, you can see that it is right aligned with the marking that we've made. So this will give us a clean cut, Splinter card optional, especially for this part. So I'm just gonna make the cut now, and then we'll move on to the second one. So there we have our first cut, perfectly centered with the line on our rail. Not sure which one of the pieces it is, but as you can see, it's pretty clear cut. So now we're gonna move on to the long cut. And for that, we will just position our track. Now the final cut. So this one is the trickiest. See, we have a perfect cut. There's just a bit of dust left, but it's perfectly fine all across. So let's see if it fits. It's always the exciting part. Just make sure that we Yep, that fits. It's a bit more tight than the other ones. So I might have made a small error when filming and cutting at the same time, but this is fine.